All right, so as mentioned earlier, standard deviation tells us how far apart our data points are. So this is useful when two data sets look similar. So let's look at these two data sets. So notice this time that these are not frequency data, it's two separate sets of data. So I'm going to come in and do my stat calculations. Whoops, first let's enter the data. All right. So this is just separate list of data. One, 201. All right, my next set of data, 192, 194. Okay, I must have missed one somewhere. .204 I missed. All right, so since it's not frequency data, it doesn't matter what order I put them in, they just need to be the same. So now I'm going to do a stat calculation, and this time I'm using two var stats because these two variables are not related to each other. Two separate variables, machine A, machine B. All right, list one, list two, I have no frequency data, so I'll delete that out and calculate. All right, so it calls the first list X, and it's going to call the second list Y. So I can see that they each have the same mean. So we can call this X bar of A was 200. X bar of B was also 200. So that makes me think that the data sets are the same. But if I look at them, then I can see that this goes from 196 to 205, 192 to 207. My data points are spread further out in machine B. I can see that by looking at the standard deviation. So standard deviation of machine A was 2.37. Standard deviation of machine B, on the other hand, is 4. Let's see, when we round this up, 4.90. So this is significantly bigger. What that tells me is that this data further spread out from the mean. So that's how we can use standard deviation to help us look at data sets. Earlier, I had talked about how if we find the median on our calculator for grouped continuous data, so data that has intervals, then it won't give us the correct median. And I said next class we're going to talk about the cumulative frequency graph. There's also this formula that you can use. You're not expected to memorize this formula, but this is how we could do it. And I'll leave this extension to you because it's extension.